Hey, peace and blessings, guys. It's MarcTheMessenger back with another video. This one's going to be about a full, complete self-improvement guide on how to better your life, tips and strategies. And before I even start, let's do a little intro. My background, I've been on my self-improvement journey for about, I think it's been like 5-6 years, somewhere around that time. It's been up and downs, just up and down road. And there's a lot of things I guarantee you guys, money back guarantee. At the end of this video, you're going to learn something from this video 100%. And, so I'm 29 years old. I started out, I was started on YouTube like 12, 13 years ago. I started playing a game called RuneScape, and got like a lot of subscribers on that page. I ended up losing that page. I had an addiction with drug use, mostly it's just weed. Of course, a website addiction, like most people do, just fapping all day, every day. Just kind of just draining myself and not having the knowledge, not having the wisdom, not having God in my life. So it just led me down a dark path. And let me tell you guys something, you're either on the self-improvement path or you're on the path of self-destruction. So it's very important for us to be, especially as men, now it applies to women too, but especially as men, as us leaders, we're held to a higher standard than anyone else, because we are the leaders of the world. And when men are weak, then women become empowered and women start to rule over us and things start to come in chaos like it is today. So that's just an intro in my life. I've been overweight. I've been through so much. I'm telling you guys, there's gonna be so much wisdom and knowledge dropped, guys. And so don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Boosh. All right, step number one, guys, is accountability. Before anything you do, guys, in your self-improvement journey. Now, if you're just now starting it, consider yourself blessed. The reason why accountability is important, because it's now time to reflect. What are you doing wrong? Don't blame nobody else, okay? Let's say if you have, and I'm gonna talk about addiction in this video too, but let's say if you have a website addiction, right? You have to take accountability and you have to change, okay? You have to change the way how you're moving. So accountability is very key. This is how we grow in life. Do not blame other people. Don't complain. There's a lot of times, guys, where I would blame people for the way my life is, but I wasn't doing anything to improve my life. I wasn't doing anything to, to level up. I was just using that energy instead of using your energy to level up, I was using that energy to blame other people, or I was using that energy to level up on a video game, a virtual reality, something that's not real, something that doesn't even matter no more. 5-10 years later, all the leveling up I did on a video game, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you want to take accountability. Do not blame other people for your mistakes. Okay, now other people, we can't control other people, but we can control what you can't control yourself. So having accountability is key to growing in life. It's a thing that a lot of people are lacking too. And this is how you grow, guys. Okay, I'm doing this wrong. Let me change. I'm doing that wrong. Let me change. Let me blame myself because I'm not putting in the extra work. I'm not putting in the extra hours to reap the rewards when it comes to self-improvement. So I'm not gonna blame nobody. I'm gonna blame myself. Do not blame, even when people come your way, guys, because we know about the red flags. We could detect the red flag. Let's say if you get in a bad friendship or a bad relationship, right? We know the red flags before they show us their true colors, right? Don't blame them. Blame yourself. Because you saw the flag, you saw the red flags, you saw what they were about, and you decided to stay with them. Okay, so don't blame nobody but yourself. This is how you're gonna grow. You gotta be accountable. So have accountability. This is key, guys. I'm telling you. This is number one. I made this number one for a reason, guys. When things go bad in your life, when you see other people more successful in their business, more successful with women, whatever the case may be, don't try to compare yourself. Don't try to compete against them. Compete against yourself. Look in the mirror and compete against yourself. You try to compete against someone else, what is that going to gain? This is nothing. It's a waste of time. Jealousy and envy is bad, guys. It's not the type of spirit you want to have in you, okay? You want to have love in you and you want to prosper. And how you're going to do that is by having accountability, accepting your wrongs, accepting your rights, and doing better. So that's number one. I made this number one for a reason. If you don't have accountability, it's going to be very hard to grow. Number two coming up. Okay, number two would be action. Okay, this is crucial too. A lot of people, guys, especially on my self-improvement journey, guys, I've met so many friends along this path. They had all these great ideas, right? They had all these great ideas, and I know they had the work ethic to apply these goals, but they never took action. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. They've been saying this I know multiple people. I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. They were always saying this, but they never got their camera and recorded it. They never uploaded one video. And these are people who I believe if they got on YouTube, Not to say that they'll be the next big thing, but people would watch them. They have, they had a good character, a good personality. They know how to talk, present themselves, and they just procrastinated. Okay, that's procrastination is the death of dreams, is the death of goals. It will be the death of your self-improvement. So you want to take action. If you have something that you want to do, you want to start like a gaming channel, you want to start like a Twitch stream channel, or you want to be a personal trainer. Okay, you want to make YouTube videos, whatever the case may be, take action today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until the next day. Okay, you want to plan and execute. Take action in life. Okay, let's say you're overweight, right? And on my self-improvement journey, because I'm gonna talk about so much in this video, guys. Oh my gosh. So there was time where I was overweight, right? I'm 5'11", 6 foot, somewhere around there, and I was around 240 pounds. So that's about 50 pounds overweight. Okay, I was 240 pounds. That was the most I've ever weighed in my life. I got down to around 160. Yeah, 160. I lost about I think it was like almost 70 or 60 pounds, somewhere on that range, in about 5-6 months. I took action. I ran 3 miles every single day. I had maybe one rest day. I was so hungry. I was so committed. I wanted to lose weight, bro. I was tired of being fat. Eventually, guys, you got to be tired of being a loser. You got to be tired of being a low value being. You got to be tired of that, bro. You got to be wanting to change. And the only way you can reap that harvest, to get those rewards, is by putting in the work, taking accountability, taking action. If I never took action, if I never ran those miles, even on my phone, I still check, it's over 350 miles I ran. Okay, all combined within like a 3-year time frame. No, and if I didn't take the action to run all those miles, I would have never lost the weight. But I took action, and yes, it was hard, guys. I remember there was days where I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this, but I looked in the mirror and I didn't like who I was looking at. Notice how I don't compete. I see another dude getting more girls or more successful. I don't care about him. I'm looking at the mirror. I'm looking at myself, and I'm looking at what I don't like. And I know what I don't like, I could change if I put in the work, if I put in the time, take the discipline. I'm not gonna blame someone else for my being overweight. So you gotta take action today. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. If you know it's something in your conscience, something in your soul, your spirit, your mind, to do it, to go, let's say, hit the gym. Let's say you're skinny, you want to gain weight. Overeat, bro. Eat 4,000 calories. Work out. There's no excuse. There's no excuses, guys. Excuses, another death of dreams too. Procrastination, a death of dreams. Excuses, a death of dreams. So please put in the work. Action. If I never took action, I wouldn't be able to make this video. I would have never been able to, if I just made excuses, if I just procrastinated, I wouldn't be able to talk to you through this phone, through this YouTube. I wouldn't be able to upload this on my channel or have a YouTube in general. So action is key. Action. And just because you're only making slow progress, guess what? Slow progress is better than no progress. Okay, there's many people, guys, who are just lazy and slothful, who are not willing to put in the work, not willing to put in the action to be successful, to level up in life. Leveling up is not easy. Just like in a video game, to level up, it takes time, it takes discipline, it takes work. It's the same thing in real life. A lot of people are not willing to put in the work. So taking action, guys, is key. And I'm telling you, just because you might not see much progress, when I was running, I didn't start to see progress, guys, until 2 months into it. And I was running 3 miles every single day, damn near every single day, bro. But I didn't give up. I knew that if I keep doing this, and now of course, not just me doing cardio, I had to eat healthy. I was eating like 1,500 calories a day. I was just eating brown rice and eggs. That's literally all I ate for months. Protein shakes too. I would try to get a little bit more, but most of the time it would just be that. And I just stayed focused, stayed disciplined. I knew I wanted to lose this weight, and I knew that only I can do it. I can't get someone else. I can't, sure, you could probably get surgery or something like that, but I wasn't trying to take that path. I wasn't trying to take that route. So take action, guys. Action's in key. It's important. Put that, instill that in your head, guys, that you're not going to be successful unless you put in the work. Unless you come from like a rich, wealthy family and you gain an inheritance. But if you ain't getting an inheritance, man, you got to put in the work. So action is key. See you guys at step number 3. Peace. All right, number 3, guys, would be addictions. Let's talk about addictions real quick. I've had many addictions in my self-improvement journey that I had to break free from. Some of them took longer than others. And one of the ones that was the most self-destructive was my website addiction. Watching the websites, playing with myself, if you guys know what I'm trying to say. Drug addiction. Well, it was just weed. But, it was things that I knew that was self-destructive. wasting time, wasting energy. And I knew that I wasn't gonna get to the next level in life by doing these things, and especially the websites. Like, this is why semen retention and Nofap is very important for a man to be on, because when you're constantly releasing your seed, think of your seed as energy. If you're constantly releasing that, you're gonna feel drained, you're gonna feel dead. And that's exactly how I felt. I felt spiritually dead, mentally, emotionally. And when you're watching the websites, you're losing your dopamine. Your dopamine is getting lower and lower, and having low dopamine is linked to low confidence, low energy, and that's exactly what I had. So I didn't have the energy to conquer my goals. Even when I lost the 60 pounds, I remember I didn't even know what Nofap was. This is back in 2016. I had no idea what Nofap was, but I noticed that I wasn't watching the websites for months. That's why I had the energy to lose all that weight. I had that energy to give me that willpower. Willpower is linked to energy. But if you're wasting your energy through bad addictions, things that are just gonna destroy you, self-destructive. Now luckily it was just weed. Some people have pills, lean, Molly, and stuff like that, which is even worse. And those are stuff, guys, that how I was set free from my addictions was through the blood of Jesus Christ, my faith in God. I asked God for strength and to help me to break free from this bondage of sin, this bondage of the self-destruction path that I was on. And I wasn't perfect. There was many times in my self-improvement journey, it took me about 5, 6 years to quit. 5, 6 years to quit, man. So it wasn't easy, but like I said, by the grace of God, thank God that he broke me free, especially from, the website addiction, playing with myself. It's just it's a path, guys, that's gonna lead you to darkness. Okay. And man, you got to realize this too. When you're watching the websites, the type of female you're going to attract into your life is also another female who's doing that. You want a woman who's pure. Of course, she's not going to be perfect, but you want a woman who's not engaging in a self-destructive lifestyle, because if she's doing that and you get in a relationship with her, you guys are going to both be self-destructive together. You want a woman who's healed. You want a woman who's practicing celibacy, and you don't want to be a hypocrite. So you want to be on semen retention. You want to be practicing semen retention so you can attract that high quality woman, a woman who has potential to be your wife. So always understand that, guys, that you want to cut off all addictions, anything that's bad. I had a video game addiction. I used to play RuneScape. Dude, I'm not even exaggerating. I used to play RuneScape every day for like 12 hours a day. Sometimes I would probably play 16 hours a day. I would be glued into the computer screen. Now, luckily, I was like, this is before I was on my self-improvement journey. I was like in elementary, like middle school. So I was still like little kid, but still like, that's self-destructive. I had times where I was one of the best players on my basketball team at the time, and I wouldn't put any extra hours at the gym practicing. I would just be home playing video games. And I could have been using that time to, who knows, maybe I could have got a scholarship. Who knows, man? Even to this day, I always think about, dang, like, imagine if, like, I would have took basketball more serious. Imagine if, like, I would have, study to get better grades, and, who knows what would have happened. Now, I don't live in the past. That's what you don't want to do on your self-improvement journey. The past is a past. You can't change it. You got to keep on moving forward. So I don't like to dwell in the past, but it is true. Imagine if I would have transmuted that energy and leveling up in a video game and actually leveling up in real life. Okay, Madden addiction, Call of Duty, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, all these MMOs, RPGs, all these type of games, right? It was very, very self-destructive because I would spend way too much time on it. And which is why I just recommend you go cold turkey from video games, or if you are gonna keep on playing video games, like in moderation. Like, let's say you're done at the gym, you're done finishing everything. There's nothing wrong with binge watching a couple of shows on Netflix, or playing a game for like an hour. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But make sure that you have everything finished for the day, 100%, and make sure you're getting good night's sleep too. Let's say if you get back home late, don't even play video games. Sleep is very crucial. Sleep is going to boost your energy. It's going to make you feel, and now you don't want to get too much sleep, because too much sleep could make you lazy. So you want to get around 7 to 9 hours. That's recommended. If you get more, I notice when I get like more than 10 hours, I feel kind of like tired and like weak and stuff like that. So you want to make sure you're getting at least 7 to 9 hours sleep. And yeah, so this video is going to be a gem, man. So yeah, that's the key, guys. Making sure that you get rid of your addictions. Your addictions, guys, remember, you're either on the self-improvement path or you're on the self-destruction path. You got to pick one. Your addictions is going to lead you closer and closer and further to your self-improvement, and linking more into your self-destructive path. And there was a lot of times, guys, where I was on a long streak on semen retention, Nofap, and I relapsed because I was doing things that I was feeding into those addictions. I was feeding into those bad dopamines, which led me to a destructive path. So yeah, get rid of those addictions. What's the solution to addictions? For me, it was calling on the name of the Most High God, the God of Israel, to help me to just get rid of it, man. I had to humble myself. I had to have faith. Faith is a mustard seed. It's very small, but it's a little bit of faith, better than nothing. And He healed me, man. God healed me, and I'm not perfect. I still struggle here and there, but I know that there's certain things that I can no longer do no more because it doesn't serve me no purpose on this new level that I'm in life. So yeah, see you guys in step number 4, or chapter number 4. Okay, guys, we're back with chapter number 4, and this one's going to be about spirituality and God. So as you clearly see, it's all levels to it. First, it was accountability. Then it was action. Then it was addictions, and then I found God. And I found that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and that self-improvement is completely useless without God, because He's what fills our empty void that every single human has in their life. Okay, it's not the money, it's not success, it's not girls, it's not clout, it's not material possessions, not the big house, the fancy cars, the Yeezy shoes, none of that. What fills that empty void in our life, guys, is God. And I realized that as I was getting a little bit more successful, and I realized, okay, like I have a nice body now, I have a nice physique, I'm making more money, I'm more happier, my mental health is a little bit more better. And I still felt, I'm still chasing that dopamine. There's still something that I'm missing. I ended up finding God, and I ended up getting baptized around that time. And it was like how I feel like God led me to self-improvement, man. God is what heals us, man. And I was damaged, I was broken, and God healed me, bro. And that's what a lot of us who get on self-improvement, not all of us, of course, but some of us, we were broken internally, externally, and we needed someone to heal us. We couldn't do it ourselves, so we humbled ourselves. We submitted to God, and I realized that self-improvement, it must be linked to God, because this is how it fixes you. This is how it heals you. This is how it helps you stay on the path that doesn't lead to destruction, that broad and wide gate. Okay, so I feel like God and spirituality is very, very important, guys, on your self-improvement journey. It's all steps by steps, and I didn't really come into the faith. It wasn't until like a couple years after I got baptized. I was in the faith when I got baptized, but it was like a couple years, so I really got like, okay, like, wow, this is real, like, when you hear other people talk about it, it's like you don't really know. But once you start to see it, once you start to pray and ask God, and you seek God for yourself, and you start to pray for yourself, God's going to show you that He's real. God's going to show you that He loves you and He wants to help you, and He wants to see you prosper and succeed in life. Like, if you actually see God yourself, you're going to see that. Like, it's just unbelievable, man. So I just give all credit to God for me even making this video, and of course me being on this path. I was addicted to websites, fapping, drugs, fornicating. Okay, now I have a wife, I have my own spot, I'm making this decent amount of income, and I just feel happy. Most importantly, I'm happy. That's really what matters. You're happy. What's making me happy is what's inside. I'm filling that empty void through God. It's no longer through things of this world, chasing that high. That doesn't make me happy. It might give you temporary happiness. It might because that's a bad dopamine. In life, guys, there's either good dopamines and bad dopamines. You got to replace the bad dopamines with good dopamines. All the bad habits you have, you got to replace it with good habits. So let's say if you have a certain addiction, you're going to replace that bad addiction with addiction of going to the gym, addiction to working out, addiction to whatever business and job you have. You always change your bad dopamines to good dopamines. So I feel like that's crucial on your self-improvement journey. Like a guide, like it's definitely, you want to have the Most High God in your life. Like He's really what transforms our life, guys. Like He not just our physical appearance, our spirit, our soul, our mind. It's just a beautiful thing, man. And I hope you guys also, spend some time to seek Him too. Because if you have any doubts, or if you lack faith, or like if you don't have no faith, I'm living proof. Like when you seek Him for yourself, He will show you that He really exists and He loves you and He wants to see you prosper in life. And in self-improvement journey, guys, it's like He's really like the whole thing, the main center of it. Like you got to be centering self-improvement around God. So that's one thing that I learned. See you guys in chapter 5. Don't forget to like the video, guys, if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. All right, we're back with another one. I believe this is chapter 5 or 6. I'm not sure, but this is going to be about relationships. Okay, in relationships, you got to understand that when you're on your self-improvement journey, you're going to be more attractive physically, spiritually, all that, right? Which is going to land you a potential mate. But it's very, very, very crucial that you get the right mate, because a woman can either make you or break you. Let me repeat that. A woman can either make you or break you. Same thing, vice versa, if you're a woman watching this video, okay? And there was times on my self-improvement journey, there's many times until I got my wife, like where a lot of those women were just sent to break me, just to destroy me, and they came disguised as an angel of light. And because of them, I was heartbroken, so I did more self-destructive things. I was no longer on my self-improvement journey. So it's just very crucial, guys, to take it slow when you meet a female. And because you're on your self-improvement journey and you're leveling up, your value is going up. So you're gonna attract a better looking woman. Okay, doesn't mean that inside she's good, because a lot of these women, they look good on the outside, but the inside is rotten. Okay, so you're gonna attract a very, very beautiful woman. Not to say that you are going to, but at least for my testimony, my experiences, you attract a very, very beautiful woman that you didn't think you could get, because before you're on your self-improvement journey, you were low value. You didn't love yourself. You didn't know your worth. But as you're on self-improvement, you're leveling up, and life is just slowly getting better and better each time. Each day you retain. Each day you stay on the path. And now you're gonna attract a woman who is deemed, I guess, as the world would say, high value or high quality, who at least in the physical appearance, okay? And just because they look good, it doesn't mean that they're good for you, okay? So a lot of times where I got in these relationships, everything was good in the beginning, like a month or two, and then like after like 2-3 months, like their true colors start to show, like their mask gets revealed, and they do something like to hurt me, betray me, or just cause a lot of stress. And because we were probably beta males or simps prior to our self-improvement journey, we didn't know how to deal with that attractive woman. So we kept her. We didn't cut her off, because we thought that was all we could get. We didn't really know our worth yet at the time. And this might happen to you as well too. So my advice would be, once you start reaping the fruits of your labor and you start to level up in life, and you do start to attract better quality women, I would be very mindful, be very cautious of certain women that come your way, because you want to take it slow. You want to flee fornication, because sometimes these doors could open up, and she might be nice and everything, right? But after you start having, intercourse with her for a couple months, and you start to see like she's not the person you thought she was. Okay, so take it slow when you meet women. There's nothing wrong with meeting women. Now, I wouldn't advise you to go on dating apps. Don't meet women on dating apps. Just delete dating apps. Meet women in real life. Go to the gym. Get on Nofap. Build your confidence up. If you see a woman who gives you, signals or looks, she's smiling and looking at you, waving at you, or maybe you just like her and she's not even doing that. There's nothing wrong with approaching her. Hey, nice to meet you. Blah blah. Talk. Chat. Can I get your number? Yes or no? And don't worry about rejection, okay? Rejection happens, okay? And you want to meet a woman in real life, because you can feel the vibes, you can feel the energy. It's a lot easier on dating apps. She has a whole bunch of dudes messaging her, and she's not really focused on you. She's focused on all the other dudes. She has so much attention, so it's not even, you're like at a disadvantage on a dating app. So put yourself at an advantage and go out in the real world and meet girls at the grocery store, at the laundromat, the gym, whatever the case may be. So that's what I would advise you for relationships. Remember, relationships can either make you or break you. So make sure it doesn't break you. Make sure it makes you. Make sure she has some type of faith too, that she loves God just as much as you love God, because that's how a foundation is built. Okay, a foundation on sand will not last. A foundation on a rock will last forever. So that's it for the relationships. See you guys. I think it's number 5 or 6. I don't know. I lost count. See you guys in the next one. Okay, peace and blessings, guys. So I'm back with chapter number 6. I thought I was in chapter 6, the last one, but this one's going to be about mental health. And for those who don't know, they diagnosed me in 2015 with bipolar and schizophrenia. I never really came clean about this. I talked about this in some live streams, but I never really went into depth. And as I was talking about with God, this was really detrimental to my self-improvement journey. And they wanted me to take medicine, which I did not want to take. And thankfully for God, God definitely healed me from my mental health issues. And guys, let me tell you guys, mental health problems, guys, it all stems from spiritual issues, okay? A lot of my mental health issues came from drug use, came from the website addiction, okay? Sin, it allows one thing I learned about, when you're sinning, guys, willfully sinning, now we all sin, of course, but when you're willfully doing it, that's gonna lead into death. That's gonna lead to mental health issues. So that's very crucial to know, because I wish I knew this back then. Because if I knew this back then, I would think twice before I opened the hub. I would think twice before, I would do things that could open doors to allow things things to attack me in the spiritual realm. Okay, so your mental health is crucial. And you don't want to cope with bad habits on your mental health, because that's only going to make the problem worse. So that's why I just advise people just to go cold turkey, on certain things. And it is good to, have a balance in life. I don't believe in, never playing video games again. But when it comes to getting your goals and getting things accomplished in life, you want to make sure that's done first, and then you could do it. And like I said, in mental health problems, guys, I'm telling you guys, God is good. God is great. He could set you free. He could heal you internally, externally, and all mental health problems stem from spiritual issues, guys. We gotta look at things spiritually, because everyone has a spirit. We just can't see with the physical eye. So understand that, making sure that you could go to the gym all you want, right? The physical body looks good, but how does your spirit look? Are you taking care of your spirit? That's key. That's important. That's crucial. So understand that mental health issues, guys, and mental health problems could all be healed by the Son, Jesus Christ, could all be healed by God. So I just want to say that real quick. That's very important, because a lot of us, we face these problems, these mental health problems in life, and we don't have really much solutions, much answers who we could go to. We could go to a counselor, but is a counselor going to heal us? He's just going to give us advice, what we could do, but they'll never really address the real issue, the real root, which is linked to spirituality, which is linked to your spirit. So getting your spirit right by going to God. So I just want to say that real quick. See you guys in chapter number 7. Okay, this one's going to be about don't live in the past. This is one thing that would affect me in the beginning stages. And, there's a lot of things that we did in our past that were self-destructive, that was embarrassing, that was shameful, that might cause guilt. And on your self-improvement journey, you got to understand you can't change the things that already happened. So do not even think about the past. Just keep moving forward, keep it pushing. The only things you can change is what's today, what's now. Okay, you could always change your situation. Like me, for instance, sometimes I might think about, dang, why was I playing RuneScape for 12 hours a day? I can't change that. Or why did I get in that relationship? I can't change it. It happened. You just gotta think, okay, maybe it was just meant to happen, and you just can move on, move forward from it. Because and also too, guys, this is also linked to forgiveness. If anyone has ever hurt you, or maybe you might be, forgiveness might be linked to you because you think in the past. Forgive yourself. If you don't forgive, that could be like a grudge in your heart, and that could stop you from leveling up and growing in life. So always have forgiveness, and understand that we're forgiven. Just keep on moving forward. Just keep on pushing. Don't dwell in the past. I'm telling you, dwelling in the past, you can't level up to your future, because you're just staying stuck in the past. What happened. Move on. All right, this one's going to be about Nofap and semen retention. This deserves a chapter, because this is very, very crucial. This is probably one of the most important things that especially a man should be doing, holding in your seed. And if you are going to use your seed, it's to make babies. You don't want to be using your seed to do self-destructive things, wasting it on websites, lotion. Lotion should be used if you're ashy, to use if you're ashy, or if you need lotion. It shouldn't be used for things that you know what I'm trying to go. You know what I'm trying to say, okay? So pretty much, guys, I mean, the benefits could go on. You gain, remember, life is like a video game, okay? With video games, you have certain skills you level up in. With Nofap and semen retention, you level up your self-control, you level up your willpower, you level up your discipline, you level up your energy, you level up your confidence, you level up your looks. It just levels up. Semen retention and Nofap is very, very crucial for you to be on. I'm telling you guys, man. You level up your, the energy when it comes to, let's say if you get your wife, now you can go crazy. You level up your testosterone. Remember, life is like a video game. You're just going to keep on. Nofap and semen retention, it's just new levels. Everything gets better when you're retaining your seed, and everything gets worse when you're relapsing. I'm telling you, I'm living proof. I lived both ways. Prior to when I found Nofap and semen retention, I was watching the websites, watching the hub for 12 years, almost every single day. Okay, self-destructive, lazy, no purpose, no energy, no drive, no focus, no discipline, and everything I just said, focus, drive, discipline, all goes up on semen retention, all goes up on Nofap. So continue to retain for them gains. Okay, and this one's going to be about purpose, okay? This is also very, very important for you to be staying on your purpose, your God-given purpose, because this is what's going to give you peace. This is what's going to take you to blessings. This is what's going to it's going to keep you focused as a man. It's going to help you on your self-improvement journey, because when you're on your purpose, you know that this is what you're supposed to be doing. And when you're not on your purpose, you understand that you're wasting your life. You're wasting your time. Because when God gives you a gift, when God gives you a talent to do whatever it is you're doing, and you're not on that, you're wasting it. It's just a waste. That could have been given to someone else who would be willing to put in the work. So if you find when do you find your purpose? Now people might ask you, hey Mark, how do I find my purpose in life? And I'm 29 now, and I didn't find my purpose until I think I was 25. Yeah, I think I was when I was 25 years old. And I didn't know what my purpose was. Even though I was still on my purpose, I still didn't know what my purpose was, because I didn't see that success yet. Just because you're on your purpose, guys, and you're not really seeing, the work and stuff like that, you're not really seeing the rewards yet, don't give up. Okay, if you, like I said, if you don't know your purpose, ask God and He will give it to you. He'll let you know, if not right away. Okay, some of you guys are on your purpose right now and you have no idea. Just like me, I had no idea when I was 25. I had no idea I was doing my purpose. I had no idea, man. And it's just a beautiful thing to do. It's great. It gives you peace. It makes you happy inside. It just gives me that feel to keep on going, understanding that every day I wake up, guys, I have a purpose, and there's people who rely on me, and I don't want to let them down. And with that being said, it's a strong, through much is given, much is required, and I love it. I love that God has trusted me with this many subscribers. I think I have 33,000. I just got 33,000 subscribers yesterday, and I'm going to do the best I can to help His people. And with that being said, I'm going to stay on my self-improvement journey. I'm not going to do self-destructive things, and my purpose is really what's keeping me afloat, keeping me elevated, keeping me strong, keeping me going, and understanding that I'm not only helping myself, but I'm also helping God as well too, by using my vessel to discipline myself, which is, thank you for semen retention, thank you for Nofap, to do that, so I could conserve that energy, I could transmute that energy to something positive, to on my purpose. They even have people like LeBron James. He says that he doesn't have intercourse before a game. Cristiano Ronaldo said the same thing too. So there's definitely power when it comes to holding your seed, and that's the reason why watching the websites are free. I tell people this all the time. If they want a man to be strong, they would make sure you pay. Either they would ban it, because that's banned in some countries. In America, either they would ban it, or they would make you pay for it. And we clearly see how free and easy access it is. Back in the days, you would have to go to the store to watch it. You would have to buy a DVD. Nowadays, you just have to, just go on a website for free. Go on your phone or, your iPad and stuff like that. So your purpose is very important for you to be on. Like I said, if you don't know your purpose yet, just continue to stay on self-improvement. Continue to go to the gym. Continue to eat healthy. Have discipline. Be accountable. Take action to whatever that you need to take action to. And just keep on staying strong. Keep on keeping it pushing. Because understand in due time, guys, you're going to reap the fruits of your labor. And the people who are procrastinating, who are not taking action, and you're taking action, they're going to watch you and be like, dang, all that time that watching you put in the work, they could have been putting in the same work too, but they were lazy. They didn't apply any type of work. So your purpose is just key, guys. It's number one. Stay on your purpose, stay focused, stay disciplined. And with God, with Christ, I could do all things, man. So that's it for the purpose. I'll see you guys in the outro. Yeah, that's it for this self-improvement video. This is gonna be a little outro. If you haven't already, check out my how to fix my life video. I have a guide on that. It's only 13, 14 minutes long. Pretty much go into depth of what things you need things to do. And it's just very important to know that self-improvement, yes, it is good to do. A man should be on it, but you don't want to base your whole life around it. Okay, you want to base your whole life around and center around God and your purpose. Okay, and now self-improvement is all linked to that. Because so self-improvement is important, better in your life, and it's just and when you better your life, you're now in a position to better other people's lives. Okay, and that's a beautiful thing. It's not about ego and bragging. Ego is very self-destructive too. But it's not about bragging or, I'm better than you and stuff like that. Now it's okay, I've helped you enough. Now you can help other people. It's like a chain effect. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys learned something from this. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Peace.